Alright guys, welcome back to the video. This is Unpopular Opinions episode 1 of the new year of 2025. These are the most unpopular opinions this week of 2025. Actually I have quite a bit, so let's get right into it. So the first one is dogs are extremely unpleasant. So it says, I wouldn't say I hate dogs because hatred is reserved for things I'm morally opposed to. I wish nothing but the best to all dogs. I would never hurt an animal. But if I went to the rest of my life without meeting another dog, I'd be okay with that. So her biggest concern is hygiene. She says that a lot of dogs smell, or maybe like they bring in trash into the house or just dirt into the house because dogs don't wear feet. So every time you let them outside, they come back in with their dirty ass feet, all that stuff. She also says how they are extremely loud. They're always barking, all this stuff. Like if there's sirens, they'll bark. If there's another dog, they'll bark, all that stuff. And then they could also tear up furniture, all that shit. And then, like I said, yeah, smell. Like no matter what, like your house will kind of smell like dog, all that shit. And yeah, like also just jumping onto you. That's another complaint she has, where they'll just like invade your personal space, always lick you and jumping onto you, all that stuff. She has no hatred towards dogs. She just doesn't, or he just doesn't like dogs, and it's fine. I can totally get that. You know, some people are like that. Me personally, we have a dog. The reason we have a dog is because my dad wanted a dog and all that stuff. And you know, she's fine. She's actually like a really nice pit bull. She doesn't kill babies like they normally do, but we'll get there one day maybe. She's really nice. She does shed and all that stuff. It happens. It's fine. That's one complaint also the person mentioned, was shedding and all that stuff, which I can get that. There are some stuff that I don't like about dogs. There's some stuff that I don't like about my dog, but it's fine. You know, I'm still gonna love her the same. It's cool. So I can I see where this person is coming from, just when it comes to like dogs being loud. Yes, they get the house dirty, especially because they want to go out, because they have to go outside to pee and all that stuff. And so if it rains or something like that, like they will bring in maybe sometimes muddy feet and all that stuff. They also jump. Yeah, I don't like it when my dog jumps on me. I try to teach her not to do that. So yeah, I could see where this person's come from, but I do still like dogs, and I would still like to have my own dog for sure when I move out. Dude, I want a Saint Bernard. Oh my God, I want a Saint Bernard so bad. But I live in Texas, so I feel like it might be too hot for them. So yeah. The next one is classical work hours starting at 8 to 9 a.m. is dumb and unfair for many people. Not everyone is an early bird who has easy time waking up early. School/work hours should be flexible. We are not in the 19th century anymore where everyone should work as soon as it's light outside. I've had so much trouble in my sleep in school, but as soon as I started university, I could choose my class hours. I started waking up at 10 a.m. and had a perfect sleep for amazing efficiency. So I don't, she says starting, I guess, every every shop opening at 8 to 9 a.m. is unfair to many people. I have no idea how, because most of the time that shop will open at 9 a.m. and then they'll close at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. But most of the time every store closes at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. So you have a 13-hour window, 12-hour window to do what you need. And that's not bad, because schooling lasts 8 hours, and if you're at a university, I mean, it really depends on how many classes you're taking, but university is 6 hours long, so you have a plethora of time to do that. So I don't know, it's unfair and dumb. I don't know, I don't know, if you want to. I just can't agree with it, because I feel like if there's enough time, plus there's other stores, and then some of them are open 24 hours, all that shit. Man, I wish when Walmart was open 24 hours. They took that shit from us. They took it from us, but it'd be like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this person's complaining so much about places starting at 8 to 9 a.m. That's wild to me. If anything, I think I complain that places don't start up earlier than that. But hey, I mean, yeah. So I think this is an unpopular opinion. I don't agree. The next one is, if you make 150K but work 60-hour weeks, you're actually making 100K. Ever since I moved to North America from Europe, I've noticed that a ton of people like to proudly proclaim how they make comparatively good money, solid 6 figures, many of them doing things that intuitively don't sound like they'd earn that much. Example, trades, but also things like sales, etc. Upon further questioning, it almost inevitably comes up that these people work way more than 40 hours per week, while they actually earn, say, 150K a year. In a debate where salaries are being compared, it makes no sense to treat them as a 150K earner since they work extra hours. This doesn't even take into account working through holidays while sick and not taking time off, but that's just extra math people won't feel like doing anyway, so normalizing to a 40-hour work week should be enough. Okay, so I can understand what this person is saying. He says that some people make like 100K, but they work hella hard, so they make that extra 50K, right? So if we work 60 hours a week, that 150K is 100K. Okay, so from a mathematical standpoint, no. But from a more of like, I guess like understanding standpoint, like I guess so, yeah, for sure. If you're working to the bone, 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week, all that shit. But I mean, hey, like you're making money, good for you, I guess. I don't want to kind of really end up in that boat. I mean, yeah, I would like to earn 150K a year, but man, I just hate how that's life, man. You just gotta work and work and work and work and just not die and don't be poor. I hate that shit. I hate that's the norm. Just people have like 2 jobs, 3 jobs, all that shit. They're just trying to get by, and they're barely getting by when they have like 2 or 3 jobs, and it's crazy to me. I hate that shit, dude. But like, good for you if you are making that much money. I just hate that because I hate working. I just hate the thought of that stuff, just working till I die. I just want to at least do something that I love. So I guess so. Like, I know what this person means. I know exactly what this person means. You make 150K, but you're working 60 hours a week. I guess, yeah, I guess sure you make 100K, but at the end of the day, you're making 150K. Like you're actually making $150,000. So, hey, I guess this should be an unpopular opinion. I guess I don't agree, but I mean, I know what this person means. I just hate the thought of working non-stop 60 hours a week. Oh, I'd kill myself, dude. I don't know how this person can do it, but man, I'll kill myself working that much. The next one is eating out is almost never worth it. I don't even need to read the fucking rest. I'll leave it right here for you guys to read it. I don't even need to read it, dude. I guarantee you this person's gonna say something like, "Oh yeah, cheaper at home." I guess, but also sometimes you have to put a lot of effort and a lot of fucking money into making something that another place could probably make cheaper, and they'll sell it for you cheaper, all that shit. Was it usually just fry a frozen pizza or eat in the morning? Yeah, see this? Okay, this cap. This person's like, I don't know, dude. Eating out is great. You can get, oh my god, you can eat so much good food just eating out. Even fast food's good sometimes, all that shit. Eating out is mostly just like I go to fast foods for just in case I don't want to make anything or I just want to have something good. Well, I mean, obviously not great, but if I just want something better than what I can make at home, I'll go to fast food, all that shit for sure. Or just like eating out in general, just going to nice restaurants too that make good food, or like local restaurants. Oof, you can't beat local restaurants, dude. Like, man, I love trying food. Food's amazing. So I don't know. I 100% disagree. I disagree. Eating out is almost never worth it. That's cap. That's cap. Eating out is so much good. It's so good. It's so good. All right. The next one is your 30s and 40s are not old. For the love of God, I am so sick of people in their 30s and 40s, even some bold motherfuckers in their late 20s calling themselves old. If that's old, then what are your 50s and 60s, 70s and 80s? In the fullness of a lifetime, you're extremely young. Exactly. Yeah. I do think it's funny when people say like, oh, I'm old, when like they're turning 26, 25, all that stuff. Maybe it is funny to joke about that stuff, but you're not old, dude. You're not old. Like I said, I view people living up to 100 years old. That is what I consider like a lifetime, just because technology is getting better, medicine's getting better. So I view all of us living to 100 years old. So right now I'm 22. I'm barely at 22% of my life. I still have 78% to go. That's how I view it. So yeah, like if you're 25, 30, you're like 30, that's barely 30% of your life, dude. You still got hella time to go. Like, you still got hella years and all that shit, man. So yeah, I agree. If you're in 30s and 40s, you're still not old, dude. That's only 30%. That's only 40% of your life. Like, bro, you're not old for sure. You can do so much stuff. So yeah, I agree. The next one is, it is perfectly fine for a customer to walk into an establishment whenever, as long as they make it out when the clock says I'm fucking stupid. When the clock says you're closed. As someone who has worked in customer service ever since I was 7, I find it acceptable for a customer to come into the store/restaurant whenever, as long as the clock doesn't strike closing time. It's super annoying for the customer and the staff when trying to close. The customer feels annoyed being rushed. The staff feels annoyed that they have to stop everything they're doing in the process of closing to take care of the customer. Wait until the doors are locked before completely breaking everything down. It saves you the trouble as well as the customer. Nah, fuck that. Everyone likes to close early because no one wants to stay at their job longer than they need to. That's for sure. Everyone tries to close early. We try to do that all the time. Now, I work at a restaurant, and I don't mind necessarily people coming in like maybe 30 minutes before we close and all that stuff, but like I think the main thing that bothers me, and I think like other restaurants too, or other like retail stuff, is that, yes, I mean, it kind of bothers me when people come in, especially in a restaurant, because I work in a restaurant. Yes, it does kind of bother me when people come in like 20 minutes before we close or 30 minutes before we close. Like yeah, like maybe that might get under my skin, but I mean it's not too bad. I think the one thing that does really bother people is how long people stay, dude. Like, oh my god, some people will stay in this, like stay after like maybe 40 minutes after closing, or like 30 minutes after closing. That shit sucks, dude. When they're there for like way longer than they should be, man. Like, that's what fucking sucks. Like me, I work at a restaurant. Some people could come in, you know, they'll come in late, whatever, it's fine. They'll get their food, all that stuff. But when they stay there for a while, like there's been plethora of times. If you work at a restaurant, you know, there's been so many times where some person comes in, or like a group, whatever, they come in, they eat, and you already checked them out. They already paid and everything. You guys already closed, but they're still there just talking, and you guys are like, what the fuck? Like, they'll be there for like a good 30 minutes after close, or like 40 minutes after close, and you're like, oh my god. And the thing is, like, you have to wait till they leave so you can fully close, and that's annoying. That's for sure what bothers people. If you work in the restaurant industry, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is like, as long as they make it out when the clock says you're closed. I mean, that makes sense, but not everyone does that. Not everyone does that, dude, without a doubt. People stay longer, without a doubt. So I guess this would be an unpopular opinion. I guess I would disagree. And then the next one is having no hobbies is completely fine. Okay, I don't even need to read it. That's fine. If you have no hobbies, that's cool. Just what the fuck do you do? God damn, it must be boring as hell. Having no hobbies at all? I guess you just like watch TV and that's it. But even then, TV is a hobby. Like, watching TV, that's a hobby. So I don't know. If you have no hobbies at all, like, what the fuck do you do? Because I think if you just do anything a lot, wouldn't that be considered a hobby? I don't know. Having no hobbies is fine. Nah, I disagree. Fuck that. And then this one is 720p is the go. I don't even need the rest. I don't even need to read this shit. No, without a doubt. Hell nah. What the fuck? Bitch. God damn. 720p? Nah, that shit sucks. Ain't no way. You're watching a shit on a toaster. People should eat the crust of the pizza and stop wasting it. Every time I go out with my friends, I see them throw out the crust and it pisses me off. Like, you're just wasting food and money. I swear people have the taste buds of children nowadays. Nah, 100%. Okay, this might be an unpopular opinion for me for agreeing. I think so too. If you don't eat the crust, you're a fucking kid. You're a pussy. You're a bitch. You're a kid. You're a straight up kid if you can't eat the crust. Like, I don't like the crust on a pizza. Man, you're a grown ass adult, bruh. Get out of here with that shit, ass. Okay, maybe I may be a little bit overdoing it, but yeah, I mean, okay, I don't know, man. I just see it. Yeah, like, if you can't eat the crust, you're a fucking kid. You're a child, dude. Straight up. Same thing with like taking the lettuce or the tomatoes out your burger. Like, you're such a freaking kid. I don't know. I might get hate for that, but that's just the way I see it. But yeah, that's really it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.